How's it going? Today is 9th of January, Tuesday, and we're taking a look at the market and what kind of opportunities are available within the market. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the or overall doing international development funding and what kind of opportunities are available. This one was released yesterday on 8th of January 24, and I think there's a value involved from 10 to 100,000 pounds, and let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. Myself, either way, I'm going to be reviewing these documents, so I might as well share those with others. I think the way how I would like to come into this is just because a week ago there was an announcement made about the ease of doing business with Switzerland. So they might have something to do with partnerships in the different regions, not necessarily limited to perhaps UK. So myself coming into this, that's how I would coming into this and or understanding this document, right? And or how to submit a project. Perhaps I don't know if you even need to have a business or a physical location within Switzerland. But again, I don't know if that document came into effect already or not yet. But either way, let's delve a little bit deeper and try to understand this announcement. The review of development finance, investment, and strategic, including in the impact of global financial markets. Call for a proposal by 2nd of February, so it's live as we speak, and it's going to be live until 2nd of February, so until next month, I think. Yeah, until next month. And that will be to provide analysis of development finance, investments, and strategies, including the influence of similar financial transactions or impact on global financial markets. So there might be some opportunities there. Let's try to understand a little bit of what's happening. Let's begin with overview. The mobilized institutional capital throughout listed product structures. This program name is Mobilist. Program is sponsoring an ambitious program of research to inform and influence financial markets actors. The program, I don't like this description, right? But let's progress. The program will help fill knowledge gaps and correct misperceptions to enhance the volume of efficiency of capital allocated to emerging and or frontier markets, right? So I don't know if Switzerland might fall with that, but or perhaps not yet. Let's progress. Combined with mobilist seed capital and technical support for high potential firms and fund management. Mobilist research output will help demonstrate the potential emerging and frontier markets listed as assessed for international portfolios, right? Yesterday I had a chat with Financial Conduct Authority, that will be a governing body within UK, so perhaps worth mentioning that before doing anything, you might need to have approval from them. That will be a governing body, right? And that will be the most likely the process, right? Once you have approval from the people or standard kind of, I guess, government institution, from there you can potentially safely making sure the consumer or customers and customers and you're doing everything according to the local requirements, right? This request of proposal is for evaluation of development finance investments and strategies and how they can influence similar transactions in the financial markets. The proposed research will review an existing evidence of demonstration effect and development of finances and our private and or public markets. It will propose specific metrics and methods throughout which such effects can be more systematically monitored and maximized. Okay, I will try to rephrase it. Something or very similar process that I was advised yesterday that potentially this perhaps board, I guess, that will be reviewing your project would have something that I was advised yesterday by a governing body, Financial Conduct Authority. Most likely there's will be some silos, right? So based on how you propose that project, they might fall within particular silo, and that's how they would overview your project, most likely. The way how I would like to do it is something that potentially could be considered sandbox. So perhaps not necessarily anyone involved in the project were to be affected if we were to take a look at finances, right? So we're gonna do some testing. There might be some perhaps acquisition of new customers. We're gonna do some financial transactions, but everything that we're gonna be doing potentially can be done within a sandbox. That really concept used usually in software development, as well as all the process can be overviewed and or monitored by governing body within the area, as well as there might be some finances available. It's something that I'm taking a look at within this project, right? The process itself, I don't know if why, but sometimes it can take 6 months. There might be a team or at least 3 people that would overview a project. To overview entire project, perhaps 3 weeks, I would say, tops. But there's a lot of documents and paperwork, so the process can be very lengthy, and everyone involved need to make sure that they understand what they're doing, that they can deliver on the project, and it won't have any negative effects against the consumer and consumer. So that at least that's how I understand it. They have to review the project and put the project together and get things moving. Myself or others are interested in perhaps beginning of understanding how to fund the entire process, right? If you would ask me, it perhaps would take 2 days to review all the documents, but if they would say 3 weeks and to confirm the project would take 6 months, so money would need to come from somewhere. That brings us to today's video, I guess. What the fund will achieve. The successful bidder will provide current, original, actionable insights on the following research questions. There's going to be 4 questions, right? First one, to what extent and how have demonstrated effect been conceptualized, measures, monitored, and evaluated by market participants and development finance investors? Okay. I mean, I understand it, but I would rather stick to this document just in case someone would need additional information. Let's stick with the process. I can try to rephrase it, but let's rather stick to the system what these people put together, right? Number 2, what data and information generated by pioneering transactions is most salient to market participants, including both issuers and investors. How is this information transmitted to and used by different type of investors, and which investor categories are likely to be most responsive? Okay. So that's engagement overall. Currently, as we speak, places like UK engagement is very low, or people. There's a standard, right? So the standard that we can go or take a look at that perhaps would be uh, classifications for investors, right? And not that many compared to other regions. Even if UK will not even take a look at Europe, right? There isn't that many investors. I wish it was more, and perhaps that would be an issue. Number 2, that organizations might be looking or should be looking to improve. There should be more people perhaps investing. I guess that's how I understand it, right? Number 3, where it is present or what expected does it built on development finance affect behavior changes among market participants and among other development finance actors. Okay, let's move to 4. What metric and methods have been used to market participants and development finance actors to capture such demonstrations effect in public and or private markets? How? I don't know. They keep saying actors, right? So that that keeps throwing me off balance, right? So that's the definitions that they have decided to use, right? So perhaps the people themselves, then they're saying actors, they're not doing anything. So perhaps that's an issue itself with the way how this project might be structured. The people, instead of being actors, perhaps as people should be taking more action or doing something. So if they're not doing anything, perhaps the whole thing is just an act. So perhaps the finances shouldn't be looked at as an act. Finances should be looked as a work. So your money is put into work. So that's the definition, and the people who put this thing together keep throwing me off balance with that actors. How market participants and development finances actors conceptualize and capture additionally throughout the demonstration, including when investing or equal terms, right? So the money should be put into work. So that's investment. The money is working, it's great. If money is act and not necessarily doing anything, so perhaps that's an issue there. But overall, that's my overview of the entire thing, right? So there's an additional way how people can take part and submit the projects and take part in this application process. Perhaps that's a difference with definitions, right? Because other governments might be looking at as acting as not doing anything. Perhaps other people see acting as doing everything. Myself, I see acting as doing nothing. So perhaps if you put your money in not doing anything, that's an issue there on what this project might be built on. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book where I'm taking a look at livestock enterprises, and I'm looking to share this learning material with as many people as I can. When it comes to understanding how to begin, where to start, or launch your first livestock enterprise, you might need a lot of support and or know how to do it. This tool should help you by giving you necessary information where to start, where to begin, in particular when we're taking a look at targets and set goals that can potentially be example financial goals, not necessarily limited to, but that's a good way to measure things. So that would be finances and how you yourself, where everyone would start with zero and progress to the first 10,000 euros dollars pounds and how you can yourself achieve this milestone within this book. You can find it QR code in the corner, company's website below. Some of the press releases, just to put perhaps things into perspective, some of the press releases I was reviewing last week, that would be infrastructure projects being built in Turkey, that would be rail, and potentially Austrian, Poland, Italian, and perhaps UK companies can invest in some of those projects, right? So putting your money into work, so your money can be employed and do some good, right? Perhaps that was just an example, right? I have mentioned in my previous video 11-bit studios, and these people are looking to develop video game projects and perhaps share like a different perspective or different things, perhaps understanding, education kind of thing, and or giving a great experience for people involved, right? In some of those projects, that's two examples, right? Myself, if what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reach out to you 2 points of contact. Is something that's highlighted in the bottom, right? And see what these people is all about if they're interested, and if the project would align with overall strategies that was set for this fund to achieve. If anything, perhaps that would be more to Switzerland and all management of the capital there. I think that's what this is all about. But I don't know of the agreement and if it's already been signed, if not yet. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.